job at IKEA to follow her inner voice with a big dream in mind, creating a multinational concept in love. Now, 10 years later, she helps, inspires, and encourages women to grow in love, growing in love with yourself, with others, and with the universe. She does this by offering intense online programs for women. Her company, which I'm going to mispronounce very badly, Vrouwen, did I say it even correctly? Partially correctly? No. Okay, is means women with courage. So that's what we are hoping here, that that by the end of this journey you'll have a little bit better understanding of love, and we will have actually experienced some courage also. Jalpa. Jalpa is a good friend and has been with Sipping Thoughts since we have started. She wears many hats and she enjoys a multidimensional journey. She's a businesswoman, a farmer, an artist, a curator, and a social worker. She is one of the handful of reconnective healing foundational practitioners in India. The first one, of course, to Jalpa. Jalpa, what is reconnective healing?
Well, thank you for that warm introduction. And I'd also like to, welcome Alexia Chellan, who's joined us all the way from London today. Who's done the beautiful film for the exhibition and yes, for the film as well. So reconnective healing, Sukiti, is one of the most dynamic areas of energy healthcare in the world. It's quite simply a gateway to accelerated life progress. So there's a new bandwidth of frequencies which is available on the planet for the first time. And when they entrain our system, it is proven by science that our cells start emitting higher and more coherent levels of biophotonic light. So the reconnective healing is actually proven to restructure our DNA. It's very new age. It consists of energy, light, and information. What's beautiful is that it transcends techniques. There is no technique. And it actually enables us to reconnect to the full potential of who we are, reconnect to the people around us, the planet Earth, and the universe at large.
And I want to ask you, first of all, how to correctly pronounce Women of Courage. And then, what is your goal with Women of Courage?
To pronounce it in the direct way, it's in Dutch, it is vrouwenmetlef. And vrouwen is the Dutch word for women. And lef is the Dutch word for courage. And actually my intention with my company, Vrouwen met Lef, is to inspire and encourage, actually, that's the most important thing, women to grow in love. And I had a dream, you told it. When I started 10 years ago with knowing that love will be my path and I want to work with this theme of love, I had a dream like building a multinational in love. And yeah, that is actually what I'm doing now.
What is understanding love?
Well, thank you, Sukirti. First I'd like to say that it gives me great joy to be part of this unique webinar, which celebrates the theme of love. Love is, quite simply, our natural state of being. We sometimes forget this, and we mask our true natures that are capable of unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. To let our hearts lead us in life, to become aware of our own unique ability to love, is a task that can be made effortless if only we choose the way that makes us let go of the things which hold us back. So today with this trilogue, we will explore what love means to us, Esmeralda's journey, of course, and how we can tap into our own innate ability to love and practice being love. Esmeralda, I'd love for you to share what led you to embark on this journey of love, and what was your first step?
Oh, it's a kind of difficult question, because I have actually two really moments in my life that are really life-changing for me. And I'll tell them shortly to you. And the first was in 2008 when I had a flu. So I was completely sick. And then the stillness came into my life and in my body. I couldn't do anything for like 6 days. And at the end of these 6 days, I was sitting in front of the fire. And I call it like an epiphany. It was the first time I experienced something like this, but it felt like an epiphany, that there was an inner voice, a soft but 100% transparent, clear voice saying to me, Esmeralda, you have to go your own path. And I really didn't know what that path should be, but I realized that I had to break up my marriage to follow my own path. So that is actually what I did after this first epiphany. But I'm going to follow my path of love. I don't know where it leads to. I don't know where it ends, but my dream is to create this multinational in love. Yeah. So these two moments, they changed everything in my life.
That's beautiful. And Esmeralda, once you started, following your heart, and following your instincts, the whispers of the soul, what changed within you?
You told about in your introduction about letting go. What really changed is an unbelievable strong trust in myself, and not only in myself, but also in other people and also in the universe. So the trust in life on all the three levels was growing and growing, and following the impulse of the heart and of the impulse of the heart and choosing love all the time gave me trust. And the trust was that the universe or the bigger energy is working for you.
How would you describe the relationship of love and trust?
You can't trust without love, and you can't love without trust. It is almost a symbiotic togetherness with love and trust. And I think it started with trusting myself. And then if you have trust in yourself, you have the courage to choose love in your own life. So
I'm sure a lot of you have already watched the beautiful film A Million Steps for Love and seen the virtual audio visual exhibition. But for those of you who are just joining us today, from 2014 to 20, Esmeralda walked from Finisterre to Jerusalem. And that time she covered a distance of 5,000 kilometers, which was spread over 7 stages, all dedicated to the theme of love. So Esmeralda, what does walking represent to you? Why did you choose walking?
The first time I started, like, you have to know, Jalpa, that I didn't understand 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I didn't know what walking was. Walking, well, what? I didn't understand that. And then I found out one day I started walking and I felt, oh, it's giving me energy when I do a walk for 2 or 3 hours. And then I started, when I got divorced, I first went walking in the Netherlands. And then I saw a program about the Santiago de Compostela. And at that time, I realized, oh, I really want to do that. So in 2013, I started walking to Santiago de Compostela. And on that very first day, because that was really the change, I always thought, oh, I like walking. But then on that very first day, starting from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, I felt, wow, I'm a pilgrim. Wow, this is different. And for me, there's a definition. I created my own definition of being a pilgrim. And that is someone who becomes really happy from the soul by walking the world by foot.
And Esmeralda, can you share with us your definition of love, quite simply?
Oh, I always say, if I have to define love, is being faithful to yourself.
Okay. I remember, Esmeralda, you had shared that when you were on this journey, you used to initially wonder about where you're going to camp, remember, at night.
Yeah.
Right? Would you like to share that with the audience?
Yes, this is really about get trust in the universe, because on the second year, I started to walk with a tent in my backpack. So I wanted to stay in nature and in wildlife, but in nature and not on a camping site. But on the first day, I really can remember that as the day of yesterday, that, oh, my gosh, where can I sleep? Do I find a place? Will I find a good place? And I was busy all day with this moment in the future at the night. Could I find a place for my tent? And then I start trusting. And like, I spent 100 nights in nature and never a problem. I always found a good, safe place for me, good area, good whatever. And sometimes I had to ask a farmer, can I stay on this land? And they always said, of course you can. Please set your tent here.
I'm just reading some of the beautiful sharings, actually. Like you said, we've got beautiful people from around the world in the circle of love today. And Pinella from Europe has written that never forget that we as women have special intelligence of the heart, which is so true, Pinella. Beautiful. And somebody's asked you, Esmeralda, about the book, the Eckhart Tolle book. I think it's New Earth,
My
right?
book. Sorry, my book, you mean?
The Eckhart Tolle book, which inspired you. There's some,
Yeah.
Yes, they would love to know the name. I think it's New Earth, right? The New Earth.
It's a New Earth.
Okay, lovely. Nice to see you here, Hira.
I'll start with a question. I think one of the ones that, because Esmeralda, you walked for 6 or 7 years, but you said you came back to the same spot. Why did you feel that you needed to walk for such a long journey?
It went differently. Shall I tell the short story? Well, I told you about my pilgrimage to Santiago. That was in 2013. And on that very first day, I felt I am a pilgrim. So if you are a pilgrim, like I also felt that I am an Amazon, that is like a warrior of love. I felt I am a pilgrim. And if you are a pilgrim, you have to do something with that. And then 2 weeks later, I crossed the founders of the Jerusalem Way, not coincidentally, of course. And they gave me a brochure about the Jerusalem Way. And I thought, it's the way of love. I saw that on the brochure. And I was like, wow, I want to walk. Now I'm a pilgrim. I can do this walk. And then I said, okay, it's a ridiculous idea, but I'm going just to start. And I just started the next year. And I wanted to do in every year 1500K. It's 7,500. So the plan was to do it in 5 years. But plans are always going different. So it didn't work out that day. And at a certain point, my true love came into my life, and I felt, okay, if I walk the other 2,500K as well, then I am busy for another 7 years. And I felt that is not what life asking for me.
What happens if you feel that there's work to do in all 3 areas?
Yes.
Then I have one suggestion. Start with self-love, because that is the fundamental part. So when you have a good fundament in self-love, it's easier to create a good connection with other people and create a good connection with the universe. So start with self-love. That is the most important. It's the basis. So yes.
She said, okay, if you have to work to do, I think still some more clarity on how to start on the first, of course, which is the self-love, and then how to start working on the other 2 areas also.
Maybe a good way is to start asking for help. If you want to grow in love, it's not a thing you are doing by yourself alone. So ask people for help on all the levels. It's so when you know somebody who is good in self-love, just go and visit your friend and ask, how do you do that? Can you help me? So when I teach self-love to people, one of the first things I learn them to teach them is you have to learn to ask for help. And a lot of people, especially women, but also men, it's hard to ask for help. And then I give an assignment. So write a card to your husband and ask him for help. And if I ask them, just speak it out loudly, they always start crying because it is so difficult to ask for help. So if you don't know where to start, ask for help.
And if I can just add something to that, I think if your a very simple thing is start doing what makes you happy. Just start doing what makes you happy. And our bodies are very good barometers. They'll never lie. When you're doing something, when you're with someone, you're in a place, you'll know that you're feeling at peace, you're at ease, and that's a really good small step. And start doing small things out of your comfort zone. I think that really helps us to grow and evolve as well.
And Miriam also had a question. So, my heart hurts during the meditation and it still does. What's happening?
What's happening is that her heart is hurted. So it hurts because your heart is hurted. There is trauma in the heart. And we have to realize, and that's also a difficult part of growing in love, you have to heal your traumas. That is a necessary part.
Only that I'm so grateful that I met Esmeralda. I know her personally. I was very glad to be here and learned a lot. And I will start with my heart. Be gentle to my heart, and then hopefully the trauma will go.
We always run out of time, and there's so many questions and so many thoughts. So Jalpa, from you and from Esmeralda, I would also like to take from Sandra and from also Alexia, any closing thoughts that all of you have, that as you've been in this journey together.
I have been very touched. Yeah, my heart is wide open because I'm exactly doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's why I'm in Ghana at the moment. It is just beautiful to feel that, yeah, that huge ambience of love. So I'm very, very happy that I could join.
If you would like to know that the one difference that you noticed in yourself after completing the journey of love.
Oh, I have an answer. Oh, I'm touched as well. Since I arrived in Jerusalem, and that was like a metaphor for my own life, what really changed in my life, that I felt and I went through the gate of the heaven on earth. That's actually, since I am back from Jerusalem, I live in this space that I feel that I reached the heaven on earth. And that was the result of 6-7 years of walking for me.
It feels like the music and the journey were kind of made for each other in a beautiful way. And yeah, it was really just such a joy to be part of this. And Sandra and Esmeralda, like, I've seen the documentary so many times, it's absolutely stunning. And just, I love to be, it's so beautiful that everything that people create coincides with each other, it merges with each other, and slowly we're kind of cooperating in such beautiful ways. And today, hear more, you know, the love that we all naturally feel and we all express in different ways, and it's just so beautiful to be part of.
I'm also just feeling, emotional, touched. It's like a reconnection, and we're just sharing this beautiful circle of love. And yes, I think anyone who witnesses, being and living in the field of love will not choose it any other way, because then every moment is a gift in life. And, there are many more gifts. Like, look at the beautiful people and the connections. Look at this circle of love. Sandra, I remember, I walked into the gallery in 2013. We experienced reconnective healing sessions. And within a week that she was here, she spent 3 days with me. And look at where this beautiful friendship and connection has taken us, and that we're all here today. So these are the kind of synchronicities, gifts that you will witness and experience every day.
So thank you all for joining us. The documentary, The Million Steps for Love, is available. It's on the Cosmic Heart Gallery page. It's on the Sipping Thoughts page. It's on Humans for Humanity page. So please, please, please do watch it. And you will see not only a beautiful, beautiful journey, but it will definitely touch your heart too. With that, I wish all of you beautiful ladies and gentlemen that have joined us a very, very good night.